Hi,
Hi.
how are you doing, Lynette?
I'm doing great. You have quite the impressive resume, so
Oh
thank
my
you for this.
gosh, thank you.
So how did you act and why?
Oh, I have a friend that was already attached to it, and I got to meet him by going. We had lunch one time, and he was telling me about his project and introduced me to the directors and the producers, and they were already down the road on it. And I just said, I would love to be a part of this. Any way you need me to help. And they being from Korea, really did not know how to work with Hollywood actors, and so I was a help to them by being a voice director on it, coming in, working with all the big name actors that we got, helping with casting and things like that. And that was my way into the movie, which I'm just really proud of this one.
Awesome. So you said that you were involved in casting. Did you guys get everybody who you wanted initially? Or was it?
We really did. It's funny with these things, you kind of make a list, a wish list, and there's like the plan B and the plan C list and stuff like that. But really, all the actors that we got were on our wish list of who we really wanted for these characters. And some of them were a little bit to me as a voice. I knew who Sam Claflin was, certainly from his live action work, and he's a dreamboat, so I loved him for that. And he plays a great hero and things like that. But I hadn't really thought about what he sounded like, so I was literally like watching some of his movies with the picture off, just so I can hear his voice. And I went, okay, yeah, this could work. This could work very well. And he really adds such a charm and a sophistication to Merlin. I was really happy with that.
Awesome. So as director, can you share some of what your responsibilities are in addition to like casting and stuff?
Yeah. I certainly work with the casting director. There is a group that just does casting, but I'm kind of always there in the meetings with the director and producers. We're talking about a lot of different things. Does this actor have certain marquee value that could be helpful in getting the film out there? Are they appropriate for the character? Have we seen them in something that maybe would relate to the character that we're trying to develop? And then ultimately, after they're cast, I get in there. I'm one of the first ones to meet them with the directors and producers, and we bring them into the recording studio, which is like a very lonely place. They're in a kind of a big box, right? And they're by themselves. Actors aren't used to that. They want to work off another performer. So I'm usually there in the room with them. I know Chloe Grace Moretz and I sat in the same room, and while she was recording, I was drawing pictures for her because I still love to draw all the time. And she was so inspired by that. I was drawing her character in the film while she was doing the voice, and she got a big kick out of that too. So yeah, being able to be there in the room with them and read the lines against them gives them a sense of reacting to something. They get a better sense of the tone and the energy that
Oh,
way
that sounds like
too.
a ton of fun. So when you're there in the recording studio, is there a lot of improv, or did most of them really stick to the script? How does that work?
It depends on the actor, and it depends on their comfortableness with doing improv. Some have more of a dramatic training and that sort of thing, but I will say this group of actors were all very flexible. Speaking of which, Sam Claflin, we recorded him in his hotel room in Fiji because he was doing a live action shoot at the same time, so we had to fly out to him. And he was so giving with his time. He was just like, whatever you guys need, and we went overtime several times. And he was like, I'll just finish it. I just want to be here, and I want to finish this stuff for you guys and give you everything that you need. And he was so adaptable. And then Patrick Warburton as the Magic Mirror was hilarious and funny. He would give a lot of improv. Jim Rash, of course, being a comedian and coming out of improv himself, was very giving with ideas and concepts and new lines. So yeah, we got a lot of them in the performances, and that doesn't always happen. Some movies are like, okay, you're going to be this other thing, and you're going to just read from the script. That's all you got. It's like, no, we hired you to be you and do what you do well. And let's get that on the screen. And that's what we primarily did.
That's awesome. So
Yeah, I know.
you
Isn't
had to
that
go to the
terrible?
sacrifice and to take one for the team. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
awful.
I know. Terrible.
um,
The job.
so if you had to choose one character from the film, which one do you think you relate to the most,
Oh
and
boy.
why?
Well, I do have a cocky side to me, so I'd probably say Merlin. um, although I'm probably a lot more goofy, like one of one of the other dwarves. Gosh, yeah, I'm gonna stick with Merlin because I want to be the cute, attractive guy too in some ways.
So can you share one fact about the film that your audience may not know?
Oh boy. Um, well, I mean, I think what doesn't come across so much from the ads, but you get a sense of, is that it has a really great message to it. And when the journey of watching the movie, and I hope families do this together, because I'm a father of 3 daughters, and the theme of this film is it's all about who you are inside that matters, not what you look like on the outside. And that's a theme in my life with my kids that I've tried to, my wife and I both, it's been very important as they come up, because society tells them otherwise, right? It's always about what you look like and how thin you are and whatever. And we try to always do the opposite. This film does that very well. It tells a funny, humorous, heartwarming story, but it also has this great theme to it where Snow, Merlin, almost all the characters go on a journey of what it is to understand that who you are on the outside doesn't matter. And it's not about body image, and it is about who you are inside and your heart. And that's what I want to be the takeaway, I hope, for this film.
It definitely is. That was actually my final question I was going to ask, because you talked about the strong body positive
Yeah,
theme, which there was. So thank you for doing that. I feel like nowadays we really do need that. So
we do.
I think that's pretty great. I just want to say thank you for, like I said, you have an impressive resume. So thank you for bringing joy over the years. I love a lot of your work. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, we'll have a fantastic day.
Oh, thank you. I will. Sorry, I had to fangirl a little bit. I just couldn't resist.
That's okay. I love what you're doing to bring joy to people's lives. So I think that's very
Thank
cool.
you. I think we all need that.
We do. Amen.
Thanks so much.
Take care.